Melbourne and Fremantle. It will be an emotional victory for whoever gets over the line tonight. This is the start of semi-final weekend. It's the start of something very big. And who better to start it than Darren Goldspink, who puts them in motion, and Sandilands gets the first handle of the ball. Cook it is, charging through. The big fella got it his way. Cook says, "Out of my way, son," and keeps on going. Fremantle just grinded forward, placing it carefully and pretty well. Longmuir, well taken by Holland. And Melbourne there in numbers. Green, Rivers, Holland. Not the quickest, has to look for the outlet. McLean again. Bruce, ever so cool, always cool. One-on-one, Mundy and Davey wins it hands down.
And he did it very well with the bodywork. It was a nod for Melbourne to get off to a good start. You can hear the crowd. If they can silence the crowd early, that's great.
He had his moments last week. He started tonight with a bang.
And he wasn't in the goal square. He just caught in no man's land, the big Dockers ruckman. Now he's back on the goal line.
It's a pretty good kick, Jeff White. This will test him for distance, but it'd be a chance.
Doesn't go for it, instead waited for a better option, and look at that.
Made the space, the Demons. Patient court napping.
25 possessions last week, impressed everyone in his first final. 15 of those possessions, incidentally, were contested. 13 goals, 4 for the year. It was a low kick, but it was deadly straight.
Nathan Carroll playing on Pavlich.
So the Dockers goalless yet. Melbourne have made a dream start. Crowley, Black again on that preferred boot, just too far out. Farmer's waiting, so too is Webster, and the late inclusion gets the Dockers first.
And there's the youngster Smith, who is 22 years of age, hasn't played a league game for 3 years.
And what a challenge against the monster in Sandilands. Down to Balbait. Learned all about finals football there, but he's tough and rough. Good stuff too from Sandilands. So Fremantle finding their feet perhaps. And the outlet man is Carr this time. Beautiful delivery for Pavlich. Carroll here's minded tonight. Last time it was Holland. He goes for the square. So the two important players, Pavlich and Farmer, combine as Pavlich puts Fremantle in front. And suddenly there is purple all around Subiaco.
It has to be a 60, 65-metre kick. Now, the big fella's taken that mark. He's 55, 60 metres out. Ignores the lead. Ignores the short lead, the small lead from Farmer. I reckon he goes for the goal square, Luke, and he's just got that extra couple of metres on it to put it through.
Oh, benefit for the doubt. I reckon he went for the goal. He just reeled around. Just get the feeling, Matthew Pavlich, you know what a superstar he is. He may put his stamp on a final tonight. Massive job for Nathan Carroll. What a start, though, for Pavlich. Not ideal conditions. It's a beautiful night, 27 degrees today, but a bit of trouble handling the footy at the moment.
White and Longmuir. McLean had it. Josh Carr. Robertson around the corner has kicked a ripper of a goal, and the Demons are back in front.
Just a very, very good bit of play by the Demons. Colin Sylvia, he puts the tackle on Josh Carr. Carr just too long with the footy. He's tackled, ball strip. Russell Robinson, bang, onto it in a flash. Reflex kick over the left shoulder.
If he kicks this, you would have that feeling, Luke, that you expressed earlier. But he doesn't go for it, and that's pretty good play, and they'll get a free kick. As Mundy was the honours perhaps with the Demons, having held their ground in this opening term. Mundy, a young Victorian, kicking it long, very long, long enough. Yes, by a whisker, and the Dockers are back in front.
What a time
skip
for his
away.
first.
They're going to Miller regularly, but he's being well foiled by Dodd. And they battle on. Miller fought well. Brown cleverly to Uze. Just getting the kick in time. Neitz and Smith got it again. Couldn't dispose. Fremantle's defence closing in on Melbourne, but Uze's away, and he's got an open goal in front of him, and he puts it through. The Demons by 10 points.
side winning more than they're losing.
James McDonald has won both centre clearances at the start of this second term. White gets hands to it. You can see McLean and Young Jones. Out wide, Travis Johnston, the ball in pretty good hands. Didn't have a lot on initially. Needs timed his lead to absolute perfection. Now, if Pavlich can kick a goal from here, the distance shouldn't be beyond David Neitz, Rob.
Well, you're exactly right, Hutto. I don't think the distance will worry him. It's a 50-metre penalty.
The distance won't worry him, I don't think, Rob.
It's a 50-metre penalty. You can only...
But he wouldn't come all the way.
4 times I asked you to come back where I was standing. You took half a step. You just ignored me. You ignored me.
Well, it's going to cost them a goal.
And it's going to cost them a 16-point deficit.
At this stage of the game, I believe in the final, they got beaten comprehensively last week in Adelaide, and in front of their home crowd, they're doing it pretty tough.
Out of the middle, Pavlich. Out wide, this is Shammer now. Moving inside 50, digging deep for Fremantle and providing a goal. A lifter to get the crowd back involved, to get a bit of confidence surging through again.
Just the noise of the crowd, Hutto, it just gives you a lift, just the sign, and as Wolsey said, it looked as though all momentum was Melbourne's way. So Byron Shammer got one against the play. Jeff Farmer involved, which is important. Great goal for the Dockers. They needed that to get the crowd back into it. Well done, Byron Shammer.
They did it too easily.
Well done. Waited for the moment and then made his move, and it was a bold one. Sylvia to half forward, where it's all pretty open for the D's. Miller wants to give. Pickett was the man. Up to Neitz. Oh, superb work. Was it a mark? No, it wasn't. David Neitz. Tight situation. We thought an impossible angle, but nothing is impossible for the moment for the team and skipper. He can do everything.
He certainly can do everything, David Neitz. Have a look at this bit of play. The umpire blew his whistle. I think he was going to pay the mark, but the greasy ball that Wolsey spoke about, it slipped out. But don't argue afterwards when he gets up on Luke McFarlane. That's not an easy thing to do. And to slot it through from the boundary, that is one of the great goals you'll see in a final. And it just feels as though it might be Melbourne's night. When you kick goals like that, it's a magnificent sign.
And what a terrific effort by Sylvia to run to the wing. That really got that play. Neitz on the lead. McFarlane prizing it away. And in fact, Neitz keeping it alive to McFarlane's advantage. Matthew Carr and the Dockers. Shammer again. He is starring in this quarter. Sandilands works it forward. And Fremantle press again. Webster with Farmer. Does get the ball onto his boot and does it brilliantly. And Murphy can line them up.
Magic. Jeff Farmer, magic. In a flash, kicks it on the turn. Very few players can do that. Just have a look at it here. Pinpoint accuracy. Now the young bloke with the football, Tim, is an accurate shot for goal is Murphy. 19 goals, 6 behinds going into this game for the season.
And this is very kickable from about 40. And it's perfect. He's split them wide open. And the Dockers pull back to within 9 points. The bell rings for the Fremantle captain. Matthew Carr away now, and Pavlich on a long lead. Had to come a long way from goal here. Loops it onto Black. A long way out. Places it well. Murphy! Oh, yes! Saw the chance. Set himself for the climb. Did it perfectly.
What a great setup that is for Fremantle. Just the way they move the ball along. If you have a look at this mark from Murphy, absolute beauty. The kick by Heath Black, they just look so dangerous when Heath Black moves on his left foot, kicks the ball in long and deep. Sensational mark by Murphy.
Traralgon boy playing against Melbourne for Fremantle in just his 23rd game, and he's made a horrible mess of that. He thought about it too much.
He poked at it. He only kicked it about 30 metres.
Back on him again to that very close watch. Miller doing what he's done all night, presenting. It's been a hard night, though, to hold the ball, and he's penalised here. And it's Johnson who takes it away.
Bad mistake by Miller, and Fremantle with an open forward line. Longmuir receiving the goal is absolutely unguarded.
And two giants going for it.
Holland versus Sandilands, and they're happy to see it over. What could I do? He couldn't do much else. There was no one to kick to. The margin is back to 7.
Now, he's come out of the square.
You actually went a long way over the line. Your foot's not even allowed to touch it, and your foot was like that.
Big
You just
Dutchie
can't even touch the line at all.
has gone over the line. You're not allowed to touch the line, the umpire said.
It's a good pickup.
It's a good pickup.
It's about a half an inch. Decision's right, but tough one.
Well, what an opportunity it now provides. And they'll have the extra inches here with Sandilands. They're lining up. Crowley, McLean. Gee, that's an example of how confident he is. He really could have gone through from behind, and maybe that was the wiser decision. But McLean got it all ahead of him. Here's Longmuir. This will be an easier shot than the last.
Well, they've missed
Last
3
week,
sets.
Justin Longmuir, so he'd be really keen to kick this goal and put one on the board for Fremantle.
Hasn't had a great year, been in and out of the team with injury. But he's come up with the goods. Third time lucky for their set shots. It's through.
It's going to be a long night.
Style, Peak with 6 possessions and Green with 11. Sandilands again, crunching hit down beautifully. Shark though by Bruce. Generating some footy for them through Green. A wobbly one. Can Neats handle it? No.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a great mark.
That's what he can do. He's one of the best contested marks in the AFL, this young fella.
He needed to hang on to that too, because Miller was about to pinch it. It was a wonderful effort. Look at that at the second bite. And he has Shammer loose. Shammer inspired Fremantle in the early part of the quarter. Their only hope, Crowley here. One grab at it. Nathan Brown does a Mel Michael. He slams it through. It was a crowd goal. I think part of the Fremantle crowd went up in hope. Demons by a point.
Maybe staking his case for a move to the forward pocket. Goliath takes the free. It was Daniel rather than David giving it away. Webster over the top. Now Mundy flowing forward. Still the spare man's back for Melbourne. The run comes from the side. Murphy again.
He can take a leap. They know he can take a leap, so they're prepared to pop it up in front of the goal square to the danger spot and just rely on the youngster to use his athletic ability. There he is there. He's saying, put it up, pop it up. I'm ready for it. Comes in late. Knees in the back. Wonderful play.
Will he be nervous, Woolsey? He missed one from here 10 minutes ago, 30 metres in front.
He's just got to kick through it, Luke. He's just got to kick through it.
Well, we know he's very accurate, but his last 2 games, he kicked 1 goal 3 and 1 goal 2. So even though the season tally is very good, he has missed some ones, but he's got that one on line. Fremantle are in front of Subiaco. Neats held his ground for a long time, but it was McFarlane that broke free. Neats going to ground. McLean's got a problem here. He's got 3 dockers, and he beat them hands down and then put it on the chest of David Neats. Oh, take a bow, Brock McLean.
Smart. Little bit of soccer work to put the ball out into a bit of space. As soon as he was able to get it, he was against 3 here. And just so clever. And the hook kick onto the chest of the big full forward.
So David Neats with his team a goal down. He was able to slot one from an even tougher angle in the first half, and he has delivered again. Oh, what a leader.
This is interesting.
Control it well. Parker pumps it to Sandilands, and back to the 33-year-old veteran who has not missed a game since the Dockers' first final, that elimination final in 2003. Davey in there contesting. Sandilands. Farmer working his way up to the middle. And now Fremantle can build something. Poor kick. Holland edged off it. Webster kicked a goal at this end in the first quarter. Mown down, does it well, and it is beautifully finished by Matthew Carr.
He's been important. Suddenly there's Fremantle players everywhere. Carr took it from Shammer. Out to Pavlich. Well done by Ward. But it comes to Peak, and look at him go. Full flight. Sets it up to full forward. The big man. Good patience from Carroll. Didn't give away the free. But Shammer, who is having a superb night. He is having a night out, but he just can't get it online there.
Well, we didn't take
Fortunately, neither was collected in a delicate spot.
And the margin is 7. Sandilands, Bruce, White, Brown, Davey. This is Crowley. So no mark there. Carr waiting down for it. So too Bell. And they work it beautifully. Carr on the end of the handball from Pete. Got some treatment. And Pavlich takes it over.
Byron
Downfield.
Pickett put him down and then help pick him up.
And the Demons a little out of sorts, and Matthew Carr, who kicked the last one, will try and stroll in here. Over to Farmer, another one. Jeff Farmer joins the party at Subiaco, the purple party, which is just coming to life.
Well, the Docker fans didn't like the treatment that Josh Carr got, but Byron Pickett picked him up. And their skills are starting to come to the fore. Matthew Carr been very dangerous up forward in this third quarter, kicking one and setting that one up.
I think there was confusion in the Melbourne ranks because the relayed free kick against Pickett, which was pretty obviously there, was called. Melbourne's biggest lead was 16 in the second quarter, but Freo are looking very dangerous. Sandilands blocked by Green. Melbourne have got to hold up here. Crowley to Sandilands. The Dockers plough on. Webster up, Bell down, Farmer skirting, lining up, and it could not have been any closer.
He was just about ready to celebrate with
The normal forward, and there's Black. He's in everything tonight. Miller, Hayden, Davey to Pickett. Wants to give it back to Davey. What a link between the two. It was a great effort.
They look after each other, don't they?
Well, it would have been a hat-trick of miracle goals out of the air this year if Davey had kicked that. But Fremantle's hold up.
Jeff White rucked this entire third quarter, 15 minutes in.
Did well then. Miller hitting the pack hard. Johnston, Melbourne lifting, and they're a chance. Robertson will line them up.
He had 3 disposals. They need him to fire up.
He's a goal kicker. He was tentative about that, but he just got it home, and the Demons kick the big goal.
Luke, we're 12 minutes into this
Around the
third.
ground and getting his hands onto it. Good move. Get him off for a spell.
White with the touch, but again it's that man Black. So damaging, it's a dangerous ball. And in a whirlwind, Jeff Farmer has taken the mark and will line up for Fremantle.
The quick kick into the forward line like that. It's a 50-50 result. Could have gone Melbourne's way, could have gone the Dockers' way, but a forward would love the ball coming in like that where it's 50-50. Often it comes in and the forward's only got about a 20% chance.
The game they have dominated Fremantle with centre clearances. It was 6-zip to start the game. It's now 12-6 Fremantle's way.
So it's a big moment for Jeff Farmer. And the moment has been seized.
Farmer was almost
Terrible kick.
Was straight to Bell, fumbled it, and Melbourne making mistakes at the moment. Sylvia finding clear passage, gives to Rivers.
Good composure by Sylvia there, didn't blaze away.
A moment of respite for the Demons. That's dangerously long, difficult for Nathan Brown. Bell.
Just hanging on the D's.
Murphy. Peak. Cleverly off the outside of the boot. And, Mundy couldn't quite make it. Really good. Carroll dispensed with. Cook finishes the job for Fremantle. It's a big break now. They lead by 19 points.
Hugely important goal that by Troy Cook. Just see Jeff White's coming back onto the ground already, but I'd like to have a look at Nathan Brown going back there with the flight. You can see Neil Danaher upset, but you'd love to have a look at the free kick again to Adamusa. If we get a chance to have a look at this, appeared to get a decent shove in the back at first glance. Well, I reckon he's real stiff there, Adamusa. Looked like a decent push in the back. Troy Cook was in the right position. He's kicked the goal. It doesn't matter. Huge goal for Fremantle.
Hands are getting cleaner and cleaner.
Three good marks in this quarter, and here they go again into the middle.
Mundy from a long way. A big bomb. That's a massive kick. Oh, it's gone all. No, it was touched. It was touched.
Just see the stats we had on the screen before. As you're looking at that footy, yeah, well done by the umpire. He got a fist on it. Fremantle have just dominated the last 10 minutes.
Bruce, mown down. Green. Pressure still on Melbourne. McLean. Johnston. A dangerous playmaker. Will try and do something for the Demons. They are desperate for a goal in the last 80 seconds of the third quarter. Neats his one out. Couldn't hang on. Surrounded. Robertson has to kick this. Does kick it. The Demons breathe again. They've winkled another one.
They have. That was the winkle if ever I saw one.
Half-back flank for Melbourne at the moment.
There's a dead set Winkler. White coming from behind, not wrestling that time, Luke. Pickett just couldn't go all the way. Robertson, Sylvia there, hoping, getting it again. Under pressure. It's a good kick. It's a good result. And Brad Miller will surely kick a goal here. They were virtually gone. And this from Miller puts the Demons within 11 points.
The tension. It's Matthew Carr. White trying to run him down. Goes for the footy. Wins it. Got Uze in support. It's still slippery. And so is Jeffrey Farmer. He comes in, gives it away to Shammer. A miss kick. The danger hasn't passed. Pavlich. Carroll dumped him. Did it well. Farmer, was it a free? No, it wasn't. Carr got held. But McLean. The steal. The run. Here goes Ward through the middle. The Demons. A second win. How strong will that win be? Look at Neats, he's coming. Couldn't take it. It's still alive, but Parker to Bell and Fremantle. The thrust and parry of finals footy. It's great.
And the Demons are quite heroic at the moment. They have kept themselves afloat when they looked like being swept away.
The McLean steal, magnificent.
Trouble here for Melbourne.
Shammer, it's all Fremantle here. Black, that left boot, rapier-like, is right down the throat of Matthew Carr, who can run in and kick the goal.
Big goal.
Screaming out for some assistance. Heath Black's on the wing. He's sprinting down. That's not going to help them much. They need a bigger player.
McManus through the middle. What a clearance. Cleared the path and onto the chest of Farmer. Oh, Carr's got away. And so has Pavlich. Free kick.
Parker's moved on to Neats at the other end of the ground.
Well, this has been Fremantle's style of play right from the start of the game. Woolsey called it. They were prepared to play on at all costs. We know Jeff Farmer does that. Definite free kick against James McDonald. Going back, you can't make contact when you're going forward against the opposition player.
Still time, even if he does kick this one.
Be nice to see a Dockers player in the goal square, just in case.
Huge moment for Fremantle. And the kick is very, very good.
The Fremantle Dockers staff working extremely hard on Luke McFarlane's.
Miller 5 marks in 20 minutes.
Two second-string ruckmen doing the ruck work at the moment.
Oh, Johnston's knocked it straight to Shammer. Well, only had about one man forward of him. It was Pavlich. Webster now. Back to Shammer. And now the Dockers run forward. Longmuir. Slippery ball getting through his fingers, but he laid a good shepherd on young Smith. And Headland is away. And he could be the killer here. He could put this beyond the Demons' reach. He nails it. The Dockers are just about there. They ran forward when they had to, and they could even afford a mistake, and Longmuir did a terrific job of putting the only would-be tackler out of the contest. Des Headland, under no pressure, made no mistake. Welcome to the big stuff.
They've had a
Nicholas
very,
Smith.
sorry Tim, they've had a very even contribution over the night, the Fremantle Dockers. They've had less than...
Mate, you didn't even try to spoil the ball. You've got to spoil the ball.
White adjusted that beautifully, and here he is again. Miller to line up for his return. And then he gives that a fair whack. Was it far enough? No.
Yeah, even the Docker supporters love that. They've touched one on the line.
Ward to Brown. Jeff White looking for runners. Oh! And all Brown found was Cook. Now Longmuir for Farmer. Bell arrived at perfect time. Farmer. Pavlich wants it long, but Farmer's got other ideas. He's trying to conjure something up with a 1-2. He'd love to get a goal, do a bit more celebration. But it's going to come back to Cook. Here's Shammer on the break. Out wide for Carr. Into the pocket. Is there one more for the road? It'd be fitting if it was Farmer. It's not. He won't care when all's said and done. He's given away a 50. Feisty to the end. Darren Goldsby blowing his whistle to the end. The end is nigh for Melbourne for the season. But the party is just getting started for Fremantle. Going through the motions. Mundy. Black. There it is! On their third attempt, Fremantle win a final.